go from Lincoln Financial Field. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Newton again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that will be incomplete as well.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep is Darren Sproles. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now it's Ajayi. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On play action, Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 30 yards there.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
This is Ajayi. Powerful running. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd and 4.
Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away. Well, partner, after the conference championship games, there was a lot of talk about the overtime rules, understandably so. Do you think that anything needs to be changed in the NFL overtime situation?
I don't think so. And you got to remember, I'm an old crone, all right? So here's the deal on it. The NFL jumped into popularity with an overtime game. The Baltimore Colts being the New York Giants. Back in, what was it, 1959, 58, 59? That's when the NFL really came into prominence, and it was sudden death. Alan Amici, the Colts got the ball, they scored. No one talked about anything, but boy, what an exciting game. As time went on, people started talking about fairness, so the overtime rule finally got changed.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's Newton now on second down. Steps away to his left. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're going to face a third down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Newton. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, Newton. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Ian Thomas, 23 yards for the touchdown. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 30, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Boston Scott, 101 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, it's Newton. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. On the catch, it's Jarius Wright. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Here we go, fellas. On the ball, on the ball, on the ball, on the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Newton. Flushed out right. Touchdown, Carolina.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start out on the ground with a jive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now Wentz on third down. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey! Do something!
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play, keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing again is Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Room to run past midfield. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Ram. Don't go.
Wentz now on 1st down. Goes underneath for Sproles. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Ram. Hey, stack.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Right back to him on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
20.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. They'll roll him out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Nigel Bradham brings him down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Do something. Gun.
They'll look to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Newton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Nigel Bradham in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. He's back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are likely going to win it. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always. Hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if the umpire corks a wild one, and now you still have an opportunity. That's why they like to use them all the way through.
First down, a run with Smallwood. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey. 4 down.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.